Hi, I'm back. You know, I've watched things come around, and I've watched things hurt each other, people hurt each other. The truth of the matter is, there is a point in time when you just gotta stand up and say, yeah, that's it. It's all over. And what am I talking about? I'm talking about things coming to an end. Our world and society is changing. I see all these new things happening. I see all these racial tensions going on. I see all this discrimination, everything going on. But people, let's get real. What am I talking about getting real? Discrimination and stuff like that going on has been going on since the beginning. Uh, Two people coming together. Any two people that are strange to each other, even in a family unit. They come together. There are differences in opinions in how to do things, the way to do things. Even all the way down to the way that you chew your food, there is a difference. But what we fail to understand, this has been going on for so long till we can't distinguish one from the other, and we call it all discrimination. You know, you look at me, I'm a white boy. Is what you're thinking that I don't know discrimination. Bull crap. Just you saying that, you discriminate against me. Just think about that. You cannot make that statement without discriminating against me. Just like I can't say, well, I got a good friend that's black. That's discrimination. You can't say that. But we all do it. There's discrimination no matter how you look at it. No matter how you see it or conceive it or conceptualize it, discrimination is a worldwide thing. Even in the African American community, there are the light brown, there's the ones they call the high yellow, there's the medium brown, there's the dark brown, then there are the black men are the ones that don't like any other ones saying they're black. They call themselves African American. The rest of them, because there's only one true race of black men, and those are the black men. Everybody else is African American. But then again, when you say that and you go back and you start looking, there are different discrimination happening even in Africa. To all the African nations, there is discrimination happening one from the other. And they're not all black or brown or high yellow, whatever in Africa. There are multiple colors all over. Just like, let's take the Aborigines in Australia. They don't look at themselves as a black man. They look at them as children of the earth. We're only here to share part of the earth for a while, then we go back to being part of the earth ourselves. Discrimination from one tribe to another? Not really, because they all live separately. If they don't like the way they're living, they pick up and move and go someplace else. And that's the way they do. Yao Maui in Brazil and up around Costa Rica, each one of them are different type of nationality of race. And yes, they are warring within each other. One group, they might get together with another group for a while for a celebration, but then they need to separate and go their own way, start their own little family. And if they do come together another time, or if you move into the territory of one of them, they feel it's in their right to go in, just take you out. And there's discrimination again, right there. You can't stop it. But there's one discrimination going on that's happening right before your own eyes that you don't even realize happening. And it has nothing to do with your color. It has to do with your class. And what I mean is your income. If you don't make enough money to get things right in your life and set things right in your life, you take and you set aside and you go and take it, regardless if it's yours or not. All the big chain stores know this, that you're going to do that. But they've come up with a way to make it so you are recognized no matter what you take. What do they do? Stop accepting cash. No, they don't accept the payments, but you have to pay with a credit card, debit card, or some type of other type of card. But they don't accept cash anymore. Why not? Because if you go in and you steal something, and all they're doing is accepting cash, within when they see your face, they got a name to it, and you steal something, you have to walk through the front door where they have face recognition. You steal something, walk out with it. They don't stop you at the door anymore. What do? They pull your face up, they pull your card up, and they find out who you are, and they send it all to the DA for prosecution and arrest, and they go to your home, your work, your school, or wherever you're at, and arrest you. I mean, do you want to be sitting down in the middle of a big sermon on Sunday and know that when you leave from there, there's a police officer going to arrest you because you took something, you shoplifted? It's happening, people. That's why they're doing it. You know, these small little drugstores here and there, why is they only got one entrance? In an emergency, and they need to get everybody out, they've got other ways for people to get out. But they only got really one way of going in, one way out. Did you know they can lock them doors down? But they don't have to do that. They can do like the bigger store, like Walmart is doing, and refuse to accept cash. You either pay with a credit card, debit card, or get a gift card. You got to put your name in there, or some of them you do. Either way, they don't take cash, but they can take and link you to that card that you're using. Put a chip in your hand. You don't need to do that. How about being able to just slap your card down and get and go? Why is that possible? Because they've already got your face, recognition, everything set up in that register for when you come out. That's just a formality, putting your card on the thing and going. That's just a formality, people. So dumb and stupid, you don't even realize that In America, it's illegal for any store not to accept cash. But yet Walmart is doing it. How they're doing it? Well, they're not doing it in every store. They're just doing it in certain places. Where are these places? There goes the discrimination. The poor places. Places where they know that the income is way below the national average. And by doing that, they know that these poor people coming in, they're going to be stealing from them, but they got their face on record to know who they are. Who are the poor? The poor isn't just the African Americans and blacks anymore. The poor, anybody making less, what does Biden say? Less than $80,000 a year. There's lots of people there. Well, let's take it even further. There's medium people that barely makes $100,000 or $200,000 a year. They, you might consider, used to be upper middle class, but they're just middle class now. Because the upper middle class are making $1 million a year. And what does the poor make? They don't make squat. I live on less than $14,000 a year, barely over 13, but less than $14,000 a year. And I have to pay rent, buy food, clothes, heat, air, all this other stuff. With all this that I have coming in, I have to pay for all that. Even with the money that Trump gave us and Biden's trying to give us, it's a joke, people. When you got these department stores going ahead and discriminating against us simply because of the class that we're in. Our income, if we're not smart enough to figure this stuff out. Well, I'm smart enough to figure it out. I know what you're doing. I see it. Nobody else may know it. But tomorrow, on the 14th, at 9 o'clock, I want everybody to know that if you are the middle class or lower, you are being discriminated against. Period. When you go to your Walmart, or to your Safeway, or to your Randall's, or to your Kroger's, or wherever you go to shop, if all of a sudden they don't take cash anymore, realize that they're breaking the law by doing that. But the only reason why they're doing it because of where the store's located and what type of clientele is pulling in. Middle class or poor people coming in. That's your society for you. Congress ain't doing anything about it. Nobody's doing anything about this. And why ain't they doing it? Because the government wants to let these stores now take control of them. Then the government only has to take control of Walmart or Repco or any of the other places, CVS stores, Walgreens. That's all they have to take charge of. Those retailers who get the food and all like that. Sure, the retailers are starting to stock up, but you got to remember one thing: Walmart not supposed to have storage space, but they got all these storage containers sitting around all their parking lots here and there. What do you think those storage containers are? their storeroom that they don't have. Everything else in their stores are made for merchandise. It comes in off the truck and taken and put right up on the rack to be sold. But yet, everything don't sell, so they can't send it back to the main shipping or warehouse. What do the stores have to do? Box it up, do storage containers, or wait till next year and sell them again. We'll sell them at a discount. But yet, these discounts you get, you can't pay cash for. Now, lots of people going to these convenience stores. This is the next level. They want you to pay with your card. You think, well, no problem, I'll pay with my card. How many over during the last year of these stores did you go into that says we need pennies? We have no pennies. We round up, we round down. First thing they do is start getting rid of the lower things. We don't carry change no more. Well, let the government say we're going to quit making the half a dollar piece because we just don't sell it no more, use it that more. So we're not going to make half dollars, 50-cent pieces anymore. At one time, the monetary system was so abundant and everything was coming to fruition that you needed at least $2 to buy everything to the government with the printing $2 bill. Yeah, that's a currency. And it's real as anything else. As a matter of fact, there's been little kids that have a hard time because they get $2 bills and they don't recognize it anymore. And there's been so much racism clamored about this and that till the Sacagawea dollar bill coin that looks like a quarter, which was a mistake by the treasurer office, is now going to have to be pulled because they found that Sacagawea is a racist type of thing, propaganda. So if they're thinking about pulling that, a monetary system equals free trade and barter between people. That's what it represents. But you lose that when you take that dollar bill out of the hands of the common people. When you take that out, that man that slaved in that factory or worked in the field for so many hours and get paid by dollar bills to go into a store to buy something, that's what those dollar bills represented. All that work that they had done, they don't represent that anymore. What does it represent? Not a damn thing anymore. Excuse the expression. So why have you got to worry? Because people walk into Walmart. If you're living in a community where most of the people make medium to a higher class of income, you ain't got to worry about it. You can go in and spend your dollar bills all you want to. But those of medium class income and lower, you walk into Walmart, see how many rows or aisles of checkout take cash money. Very limited. They're all changing over. That's your first warning of a society ready to implode. This is David. Y'all have a good one. Bye bye.